Damn it! I'm muted again. I did it again. Oh man, thank you T for letting me know that I was muted for hopefully less than 30 seconds. What I was saying, because I'm a dummy. Welcome to Zack Attack News Live. It's Tuesday, the June 18th. I'm really excited to talk to you guys all the time, as always, but it feels like we haven't gotten to talk in a long time about all the biggest news topics that we have to talk about today. Mel Gibson is going to be directing Lethal Weapon 5, which was a big update. We're going to be talking about Inside Out 2's box off breaking Zach came in hot. Box office, I guess, and it's coming to the narratives that we have for the top 10 this week. We're going to be watching 4 trailers for Buy, Rent, or Sale. Some really cool stuff's going to be coming out soon. And we have other news stories I wanted to bring up, especially one about the MCU and Captain America that I want to clarify because a lot of people reacted to some of this news and kind of gave out false information. And you know how I am. Zach Attack likes to do a little bit of research and give you guys the correct stuff. So what I was saying before is that I have a poll going on in the live chat asking you guys how you're doing, like how I do all the time. Let me know how you're feeling. If you're eating anything while you're watching the live stream, definitely let me know. I'm always interested. And if you're also multitasking with anything, let me know. I like to know what my people are doing while they're watching or listening to me, because sometimes you guys are just listening to me like a podcast. So let's get into the first story while you guys are coming into the live chat. And it's going to be talking about the MCU, which I was just bringing up. And that is going to be ours. Oh, I forgot to put the other slide. So yeah, with the Russo brothers being a producer on this movie. The reason why I wanted to bring this up, because there's been a lot of headlines. Oh my God, Russo brothers are back in the MCU. Oh my God, they're going to be directing the film. Oh my God, they're writing the story, which based on what this is saying is not true. I had another slide breaking down something. I guess I didn't upload it, but I'll just talk to you guys about it. You can see my pretty face. They are producers of this film, which is, I think, significant, right? Because usually when it's kind of a thing like James Gunn, right? If he has an executive producer credit on like Infinity War, but he didn't write or direct Infinity War. It's just that they were using characters from Guardians of the Galaxy on it. So that's kind of part of his intellectual property. He gets to be a part of it, or not like to a property, obviously under the MCU, but he was a director that worked on it and created all that. So he gets executive producer tacked onto that. But there's a lot of executive producers on these films, but the main producers is either just Kevin Feige by himself or Nate Moore or some of the people that he has around him. But most of the time it's Kevin Feige. But the fact that the Russo brothers are producers and not executive producers, because executive producers are usually people who send some money for the film. They helped an actor get on, but they don't really have any part of the creative. The producers usually are part of the creative of whatever movie they're producing. It's not just about film bringing in. They usually check out the dailies, which is, everything they shot in that day. They have to send to the producer to sign off on. They check through the script and things like that. So what I think is happening here, because Kevin Feige still has a great relationship with these guys, I think that what he's doing is having them come in and making sure that, this version of Captain America, this new movie has some semblance and some connective tissue to what they did. And they're probably bringing storylines over from the past Captain America storylines into this one and making sure everything is kind of clean. And I think they're on like an advisory role on this. That's what I'm predicting. I don't think they're going to be writing anything in the script. I don't think they're going to be taking over directing duties. The Russo brothers have gone on record saying that they're still interested in directing MCU content, but they're saying they're probably not going to be available to the end of the decade, which is like in 6 years, because they have Extraction 3, they have not Fall Guy. What is that name of the movie? Oh my God, Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. I'm forgetting what it's called right now. But the other Netflix movie that they did, The Gray Man, which I actually ended up liking. Some people didn't. It has mixed reviews, but it did really, really well. It's going to get a second one. And they have other projects that they're producing that they're not particularly directing, but they're producing as well under their new banner. So I don't think they're going to be directing any MCU film anytime soon. Obviously, that could be a red herring, and maybe they come in and direct Avengers 5 or 6. But as of right now, their statement is that they're not directing anything else. But I do think that they want to keep the Captain America brand strong. So I think they're helping anything they can do with Captain America Brave New World and making sure all that is great. And obviously they introduced Sam Wilson into the MCU and everything like that. So that's really, really cool. And I think that's really smart. I think if they do like another Guardians of the Galaxy movie with that new team without James Gunn, even though he's heading DC, they should make him a producer on that film. I think it's fine. There's no real beef between the studios like that. I know he probably might not have no time, but I think that would be a good thing for him to kind of have a little, because he's Rocket in there, so it'd be great for James Gunn to be a producer on that film. But guys, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about the Russo brothers being producers on there? What do you think their roles are in there? Do you think that they're helping the director along? Do you think they're doing things with the scripts, or are they kind of like a guiding hand for the film behind the scenes, working with Kevin Feige and Nate Moore, who did Falcon and Winter Soldier? Makes sense that he is also coming here, because they're probably going to take storylines from that TV show and put it in the movie. Drop all your comments down below and let me know. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified of my reviews, reactions, everything. If you're in the live chat, stay tuned. And if you are not in the live chat and you're watching afterwards, definitely check out the live streams weekly. Let's see what the live chat has to say. Let's start from the top. Inside Out 2 is a perfect movie for therapy. So is the first one. That's a really, really good way to say that. I think that Inside Out 2 is therapeutic. It'll make you go through a lot of emotions. It'll make you think about a lot of things that maybe you didn't want to think about. And I think that's a really, really great movie for people to feel some cinematic therapy, I like to call it. Hey, Zach, I was going to go see Inside Out today, but I ended up changing my mind. I did not want to miss the live stream tonight. Oh, I appreciate you so much, Collective Movie Man, for sticking and checking out my live stream. Inside Out 2 will be available on Disney Plus anytime. But Zach Attack News Live, watching it live. It's a once-in-a-time lifetime. Well, for this week at least. Is it me or it's muted? Oh, it was muted because I said to myself, left a mental note, unmute your mic as soon as you're ready. And I still didn't do it because I'm freaking about all the behind the scenes stuff that I'm supposed to be doing. And I still messed stuff. As Kenny Sparks, beloved channel member and mod of the chat. So if you wilding out in the chat, Kenny Sparks will kick you. He said, this dude thinks we're not worthy of his voice. Again, you silly. Of course, you guys are worthy of our voice. I do this for you guys. But I make mistakes. Yeah, Zach came in hot. Yeah, I know. Multitasking, playing Mortal Kombat 1. Nice. That's the new one where they kind of do like a multiverse reset, right? How is that? What happened to his live stream? Oh, okay, everybody's coming in. I'm modding WW2K24 while watching as always. Nice. I didn't know you did that. What kind of mods? I think you guys lost me. I didn't even realize that. It didn't even show me that I got disconnected. Sorry about that. Seems like he's back. Thanks. Michael 101591. What's up, man? How are you doing? A little cheap plug. As you guys know, I'll be doing a live stream on my channel called Movies That Made You, where I take a movie tuber or someone that loves movies and break down the 16 movies that made them through the adolescence, childhood, and adulthood. And Michael 115991. We don't have an exact date just yet, but he's up next. Really excited to delve into his movie takes and what he loves. I wish the Russo brothers directs the next Avengers movies. I really, 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 really would love the Russo brothers to come in and direct 5 and 6, because they did such a great job with the 4 and 5. I was like, what, how many are we at now? I was happy for Daniel Destin Cretton to direct Kang Dynasty, but now that Kang might not be in it, and he's also doing Naruto and Shang-Chi too, he's dropped out of that. So I'm really interested to see who they get to direct these films. Yeah, I'd like them to direct another Avengers movie. Yeah, that'd be great, man. I love the Gray Man. Well, you love action movies. You don't care about the story. So I know, but I really like a Gray Man too. I know a lot of people were on it, but I loved it. I really want Extraction 3 in the theaters. I feel exactly the same. I really wish I got to see Extraction 2 in the theaters. It was so good. People really take the most minute information and turn them into headlines. And that's the thing, though. Like, the original people who posted comicbookmovies.com didn't post it in a way where it was like headline, like they are taking over. But people saw the headline and didn't read the article and just ran with it. And everybody's like, I got to get to it first. So they're just putting out stuff to get people. That's the unfortunate part. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, man. It's awesome that they're coming in and helping. I think they might consult a bit, but I still like for the director to have the ability to express their vision. I agree. I 1000% agree, especially since it's a director I'm not super familiar with. So I would hate for it to look like he's caught just doing like a Russo brothers light, or best of hits or copying them. I want him to put his own stamp on this film so it can feel as good as Winter Soldier and Civil War, but feel different at the same time. Delon Movies, what's up, man? How are you doing? Appreciate you being in the live chat, man. MK1 is a lot of fun. The story mode is great. I'm just playing arcade mode now. Nice. I get a little. I forgot my water, so I'm gonna be messing up my words a lot. I forgot so much stuff immediately after making a mental note. Yeah, man. Like my brain just be going 100 miles per hour. I'm thinking about so many different things all the time. I'm thinking about how the White Six came out in Raw last night and destroyed them. It was awesome, and all these different things. So I'm trying to focus. Hey Zach, I wanted to ask, did you like the movies that I sent you? I got them from the book 1001 Movies You Watch Before You Die. Yeah, I've seen some of the movies on the list that you sent me, but I haven't seen any of them. But I'm gonna keep track of those movies, put them on the watch list. Hey Zach, I don't know if you saw what I sent you the article about Batman 2 got pushed to 2025, and they're gonna film the third one right after that. Yeah, I definitely saw that. I haven't seen any. I like when I was looking up news, I haven't seen any of the official news sites that I usually check have that up. So I'm gonna put that as a rumor right now, but that's a good idea. I think that is a good idea to kind of just direct them back to back, get the story out of the way, and let's get these movies rolling. It's going to be a long gap between Batman 1 and Batman 2. We don't have to have a long wait between Batman 2 and Batman 3. So if that is true, I think that's a really, really great idea. I just hope this movie doesn't end up in development hell, because the first one had some development issues, and a lot of people forget about it because the movie came out so great, but it wasn't doing so hot when it first came out. Okay, let's move to the next news story. And this one is something I'm not super familiar with this movie. I actually haven't gotten to see it, but I thought it'd be really interesting. I think my audience would appreciate or maybe not appreciate that this is happening. But via Variety.com, a Spaceballs sequel is in development at Amazon MGM Studios. A source close to the production tells Variety Josh Gad is set to star and will produce alongside Mel Brooks. Josh Greenbaum will direct the film from a screenplay by Benji Samit, Dan Hernandez, and Gad, while Kevin Salter will executive produce. Plot details are being kept under wraps. Question is, who is Josh Greenbaum? Has any of you guys heard of him? The only reason I know him is because he has directed The Strays, which was one of my favorite films last year. It was that movie about the naughty dogs running away from an abusive guy and then coming back to rip his balls off because how terrible he was. I thought that movie was really funny. It had some satirical elements. I really severely enjoyed Strays, one of the funny R-rated comedies that we got that year, which I thought last year was a great year for R-rated comedies. So that gives me some excitement for the fact that he directed that he could come in here and do Spaceballs, which is like a comedic parody take on sci-fi. And then he did Barbs and Vista. Barbs, it was supposed to be Barbs. I put bars Barbs and Vista, which I haven't seen, but I heard was really, really good and really, really funny. So based on his track record, I heard Barbs and Vista was really, really good. I know Strays personally to me was really, really great. I have some confidence that this will be directed well. I'm not super familiar with Benji or Dan or even Josh Gad as writers. I'm always a little like, when there's so many writers on a film, but I'm hoping that they come together and bring this all together, because obviously Spaceballs is a cult classic that a lot of people love. And if you don't know what it is, the original 1987 MGM film Spaceballs starred Bill Pullman as Lone Star, John Candy as Barf, Daphne, that's a crazy name, Zuniga, I don't know, as Princess Vespa, Rick Moranis as Lord Dark Helmet, and Brooks as President Scroob and Yogurt. As you can see, these names are ridiculous because this was a parody kind of film. The space opera is a parody of both Star Wars franchise and other popular sci-fi franchises like Star Trek and Alien. And for me personally, I think if they're going to do this, I need to watch Spaceballs because I don't know what kind of parody it does, but I heard it was really, really fun. I think they could continue to parody Star Wars and Star Trek because both of those franchises are still popular, especially Star Wars, especially the stuff that's been happening. They could make fun of some of the stuff in the sequel trilogy, but I also think they could make fun of things like Dune, Avatar, or maybe something like Edge of Tomorrow, even Ex Machina, which have been some of the most popular sci-fi recently. And there's probably other sci-fi that they could make fun of as well. But I think Dune would be a big one because that's one of the big sci-fi films. Avatar, obviously, Spaceballs came out way before Avatar 1 came out, so that'll be great to make fun of. Edge of Tomorrow, I think would be really, really fun if they can incorporate that. And Ex Machina, because since AI is such a big thing right now, and Ex Machina that deals with AI and kind of was forward thinking in that film before the AI craze happened. I think Ex Machina could definitely be something that they can incorporate in the parody. Are there any fans of Spaceballs in the chat, in the live chat, or people watching this afterwards? Are you excited for a sequel to Spaceballs? Are you a fan of Josh Gad? Are you a fan of Strays and Barbs and Vista? And are you excited by the director? Or are you just kind of like, leave Spaceballs completely alone? We don't need that. You know, they're trying to bring back the parody. We have a new scary movie coming out, and I think that could be a good idea if they make fun of a lot of these elevated horror films and other things like that. And now they're trying to bring back Spaceballs. And I think Naked Gun, which is kind of a parody on like the James Bond kind of spy trope. So we're getting a bunch of parody kind of films coming back. Do you think Spaceballs is one that should be coming back? Drop all your comments down below and let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you're notified of all my videos coming out in my live streams. If you're in the live chat, stick around. Let's keep talking. Let's see. Oh God! All right, Della. I mean, have you seen he never wants to see anything remade or sequelized? He's always like, no. He said no, 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 no. I've seen this movie. I'm not happy about this. I actually really like Spaceballs. Okay, why are you not happy? Well, you might talk about it later, but why are you not happy about there being a sequel to Spaceballs? Please, no, Spaceballs does not need a sequel. I never seen Spaceballs. I gotta check it out. Yeah, maybe that's one of the movies we watch. We check out together, Kenny. Let me know. If Mel Brooks doesn't write and direct the sequel, it doesn't exist to me. But he's a part of it. He's gonna be producing it. He's gonna be making sure that things are right. You know what I mean? If he wasn't a part of it, maybe that would be scary. But he's a part of it. The thing I need to know the most is how good is Dragonfly Jones in MK1? He's talking about Mortal Kombat 1. That is a question for Kenny Sparks. There's a Spaceball 4K that Shout Factory did a few years ago. 4K transfers is really good. Nice. I might check it. I'm gonna check it out on streaming, and then if I really like it, I'll buy it. I'll buy it at the Shout Factory. Did Michael Front 10159 told Kenny to watch it. Spaceballs is top tier comedy. I've heard good things about it. Not a lot of people talk about Spaceballs for me, but I've heard good things about it. And the guy who played in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids as the father signed as is it in it? Isn't it? As a father signed. Oh, is it in it? Yeah. This will probably be new characters. Obviously, it's probably going to do like years have passed, so it makes sense there'll be new people in it. But you know, maybe they'll have some people returning. Just as Josh Gad is starring, doesn't mean other people from the old movie won't return. I'd be much more excited if they parodied all the recent sci-fi stuff without calling it Spaceball sequel. Oh, okay. Like just do a new name. But the thing is, I always have this conversation, right? It's really hard to launch new IPs, right? Like it's really, really, really super hard. It rarely never happens. I can't really even think of new IPs that have launched lately that has sustained. I can't think of anything right now off the top of my head. So this is why we keep seeing old stuff being brought back, because it has a name recognition. Even if a lot of people haven't seen Spaceballs, the first one, the fact that people are like, oh, I've heard of it. It's pierced the cultural zeitgeist. So even if you haven't seen the movie, like me, like Kenny, you've heard of it. So now you get intrigued. You might go back and watch the old one. If it's written well and is directed well, I think it could be a really great idea, especially with so much time that has passed. There's a lot of sci-fi for them to parody. Run with Scissors. What's up, man? He said, I am a fan. Are you a fan of Spaceballs? Are you a fan of the sequel being made? Are you excited about that? Let me know. I'm not a huge old head. Don't remake my movies, but don't name this movie Spaceballs if it's not directly tied to the original. Well, it didn't say it wasn't. It says a sequel. It doesn't say it's a reboot. It doesn't say it's a remake. So it looks like it's probably going to be a sequel to the film. And the fact that Mel Brooks is producing it makes me feel like it's going to be a sequel. Not excited if Spaceball gets a sequel. Okay. I wish it got a sequel 20 years ago. Yeah, but it probably was a hard try. I don't know what if Spaceballs did good at the box office, so that was probably hard. I'm nervous about them ruining it, though. Well, one thing, though, they're not going to ruin the first one, right? It's going to be a sequel to unless they incorporate something in the new one that's reverse something. And I don't think that's gonna happen. Hopefully not. You called me horny. How dare you? But how are you? Hey, Laser, how you doing? This man came in hot with that. Strays was okay. The endless stream of dick jokes got old about halfway through for me. Okay. I didn't think it had a lot of dick jokes in there, but that's fair. I thought it was great. No, I don't think Spaceballs should have a sequel. That's not true. I like most remakes and sequels, but this isn't one I'm looking forward to. Okay. Yeah, I'll be down to check it out. It's definitely a good time. Okay. That was one of the very first parody comedies. I was introduced to my cousin because I was such a Star Wars fan. My friend wants to ask about bathwater. Okay, I'm gonna skip that. Rick Moranis. Yep. The film is a product of his decade only, and then they can update it and create a new Spaceballs for the current youngings that never watched it, probably won't go back and watch it, or people like me who never saw the first one. I was trying to say that the father who was a scientist and Honey I Shrunk the Kids, the kid was in it. Sorry for my speech. Okay, no problem. Hey, the Lawrence Report, what's up, man? How you doing? Nice shirt, fan. Thank you. I appreciate that. Summer vibes, It's 91 degrees in New York, so I gotta have the Hawaii vibes going on. I recently watched the newest Mortal Kombat. Movies like that make life better. Nice. I haven't seen the newest Mortal Kombat yet, but I do want to watch it because I heard the sequel is coming out. I heard mixed things on the new one. Though I haven't gotten Dragonfly Jones yet. Okay. Was that real though? I'm not sure what he's talking about. So much time has passed. Many adults have never heard of Spaceballs, so I could definitely see another Fall Guy situation happening. That's also true. I can see a Fall Guy situation happening with people not seeing the original or not caring about it because it's not cultural relevancy. That's the word I'm looking for. Kind of like how Furiosa didn't great. The Mad Max brand is not amongst casuals like Star Wars and everything else. He said, "Thank you for skipping, but that. Oh my god, my friend is losing his crap. Okay, he'll be fine." It's 92 here or 93 in Michigan right now. I had my air conditioner on for the last 4 days. Woo! Kenny Sparks, my chat is like, is that your man? You getting ready to kick him out? You better tell him to chill. Your Funkos are something else. What's wrong with Funkos? You don't like my Funko Pops? I'll keep an open mind, but I don't see it turning out well. Like I said, I like the director. I like his stuff. I'm not sure about the writers, and I'm not huge on Josh Gad, but we'll see. I think it's a good idea with everything that's come out recently. The idea is great. Let's see a trailer, see the execution. TJ Billups, what's up, man? He said, "Hi, Zach. I just joined. I wanted to say hi and I hope you're doing great." I appreciate that, TJ. I really, really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well as well. How's your day going? TJ MF Mother Billups is in the building, y'all. It's not the best, but I love the fights, blood, and gore. Nice. Yeah, man, that's what it's about. Hey, my guy TJ. Appreciate you being here. Let's get into the next topic, and that one is going to be about our good old buddy Netflix. This is via Variety.com. Netflix has announced the first 2 cities for its gigantic new in-person experience venues, slated to open in 2025. So that's next year. The 2 locations will occupy former department store locations at the King of Prussia Mall. That's at 180 North Cooper Road near Philadelphia. Oh, that's near Kenny Sparks. You know what I mean? So he can go to it. And at Galleria Dallas, 1350 Dallas Parkway, each spanning footprints more than 100,000 square feet. So this is going to be huge places. The Netflix house locations will build on previous pop-up live experience the company has staged for Bridgerton, Money Heist, Stranger Things, and Squid Game, and Netflix Bites. Designed to create an unforgettable venue to explore your favorite Netflix stories and characters beyond screen year-round, the company has said. One thing I didn't put in here, but they said that they don't think this is going to be something that they're going to do like permanently to make it big. And it's like, okay, we have Netflix houses all the time, but they're going to do it to promote stuff. At Netflix House, you can enjoy regularly updated immersive experiences, indulge in retail therapy, and get a taste literally of your favorite Netflix series and films through unique food and drink offerings. Marion Lee, Netflix chief marketing officer, said in statement, "We've launched more than 50 experiences in 25 cities, and Netflix House represents the next generation of our distinctive offerings. The venues will bring our beloved stories to life in new and ever-changing and unexpected ways." Outside of each Netflix house, you'll see sculptures and mural mashups of characters from popular Netflix series according to the company. Examples of what to expect at the brick and mortar complexes. The company says, imagine waltzing with your partner to an orchestral cover of Taylor Swift's song on a replica of the Bridgerton set, and then walking around the corner to compete in Glass Bridge Challenge for Squid Game. Visitors can then visit a restaurant which food was inspired by Netflix shows from around the world, and then browse the store and with merch such as the Hellfire Club t-shirt you always wanted from Stranger Things. Some things that I think that they can do that would be awesome, some physical merch ideas. They can sell the series and movies on Blu-ray and 4K. I think a lot of people would love that. Bridgerton clothing, I think that would be really, really dope. Stranger Things items and replicas like the bat, the guitar, skateboards, the headphones that Sadie Sink's character wore. There's a different things that Stranger Things could do and have replicas. That would be dope. Money Heist costumes are big for Halloween. Having official ones, maybe with the logo on it from Netflix, would be dope. And things that they could do in this, like a Money Heist escape room, would be really, really cool, where it looks like a vault. Stranger Things House of Horrors. The Squid Games games from the show would be awesome, and a bunch of other stuff that they can do to make this kind of really, really dope and magical. I think this is a really great idea and something that Netflix should test out, but I really think a Netflix Disneyland or Universal Studios kind of world would work really, really well with the brands that they have, like a Squid Game, or even like Glass Onion. You can have like a murder mystery game that you play. That's like Knives Out 1 and 2. I think that could work really well. There's tons of different brands that they have that could work. You could do a zombie chase because they have some really good zombie shows. They have tons of things that they can really, really do that I think would really, really be dope. So, guys, let me know in the comments down below if any of these locations are close to you. Are you going to go check them out? Do you think this is a great idea, that it's something that they can open up in major cities and maybe keep permanent? Or do you think this is something that they should do for a couple weeks and then kind of drop it off because you don't think it's going to last too long? They don't have the brand staying power like a Disney or a Universal to open it up full time, because right now they're not going to open it up full time. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you're watching this afterwards. If you're in the live chat, stick around and let's go. Let's see what you guys have to say. He said, Kenny's giving me so much love. Kenny's a dope person, man. Kenny's a dope person. Hey, I'm back. Let's party. 80s coming to 90s. What's up, man? In-person experience is literally the opposite of Netflix brand. That is a very, very good point. But Netflix have been dabbling in things that don't match their brand because they always lose money on the streaming front. So they have put their movies in theaters, right? They have bought theaters so they can show their movies in those theaters. They've put out physical copies of movies and shows that they have done. So they've done different things of their brand, but they have to evolve. Streaming has hit a cap, and they're not going to continue to be able to make money. They actually owe a lot of money because they always had a negative loss with Netflix. They haven't been in the green or the black as the business people say. So I think them expanding and doing different things, I know it would make them like more like a traditional studio, but that's what's going to end up happening. They can't stay just streaming forever. But that is a very good point. It is the opposite of their brand. But I'm glad that they're expanding because I love Netflix, right? They have some of my favorite shows of all time on that streaming service. Kenny, you can go see Extraction. Kenny, you can go see Extraction 3 in theater. Oh, wait, how? Did they announce that the third one's going to be in theaters? Hey, Zach, I wanted to ask the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake trailer. What did you think of it? I thought the graphics look amazing. It's going to be on Xbox and PlayStation. I actually haven't seen the trailer for this yet. I didn't know it came out. My friends haven't told me about that. I'm going to go check it out after the stream. Thank you for letting me know. King Prussia is 30 minutes from me. I go to that theater for screenings. Oh, nice. Okay. That's dope. So you'll definitely get to go see it. So I'm definitely going. I gotta go get me an upside down burger with extra Demogorgon sauce. God, you need to put them inside. You need to be part of the marketing because that's genius. I just want Netflix to start selling Phil's Gomita. That's all I care about. Yeah, it's gonna be a long time before we maybe get that, because the way they're saying physical media is dying, I don't see them really selling it. They want you to subscribe. That sounds odd and will fold within a few years like WWE New York. But remember, it's not gonna be for a long time. Like WWE New York it's supposed to be like a permanent thing. The Netflix house is not a permanent thing. They're gonna have it up like a pop-up shop for a while and then drop it eventually. I can get that Hellfire shirt at Kohl's right now. Yeah, of course. Of course. But they might have a better quality one than Kohl's would sell. I'm definitely entering Squid Games. I'll risk my life for $20 if it's fun enough. Squid Games will be really, really fun. Actually, before I get to the rest of it, let me end the poll that I have now, and I'm going to ask you guys about this. I said, how's everyone? 75% of you guys are fantastic. 16 is great. 8% is good. That's great to hear that everyone's at least good. I'm happy about that. So the new poll is going to be, would you go to Netflix house? Did I spell Netflix wrong? Yes, no, too far. If they open more. New poll. Kenny Sparkles is goated. I'm having fun. Yeah, he's the goat. If there's a Scoops Ahoy restaurant, then I'll be there. Nice. They need to put it in Michigan because I don't have anything good here. I hear you, man. This should be a pop-up, but not permanent. I think if it goes really well, they could think about maybe starting a kind of a thing. I think it could work out. Not opening it full-time is a great idea. I don't think it will be sustainable. That's fair. I said this earlier. I'll say it again. Inside Out 2 is the best therapy. Friend, he was being funny, but I told him not to write it. Okay. Demogorgon sauce is crazy. That's hilarious. A lot of Zach reads something, I comment almost the same thing, and he reads it my statement and is confused. How Zach reads something, I comment almost the same thing and reads my statement and is confused. I'm confused about what you meant at the end of that. It feels like a seasonal attraction. Naming it Netflix House was a mistake. Will keep the flicks in the name, but find something else. Okay. I can see that. What would be your suggestions that they could change it? Netflix House not screaming, oh my God, this is amazing, but what would you call it? Definitely better than Kohl's. It will be authentic. Yeah, that's true. Netflix not doing physical media feels like they're leaving money on the table. I agree. I definitely agree, but I do think they just really want people to sub. Like, you have to at least sub for a month just to watch our stuff. I would go to Netflix House as long as it's in Michigan. Okay. I'm definitely a marketing genius. Just joking. Definitely not the GOAT. Definitely you are the GOAT. My friend said Bad Boys 5 will be called Bad Boys Want to Die. Well, please not. That sounds terrible. On the set flicks? That sounds too close to Quiet on the Set. You know what I mean? The only thing we have good in Michigan in Detroit Tigers, the Red Wings, Detroit Lions, and American Auto Show. You have a good couple things, though. My Inside Out 2 video is up, but just in case people want to watch it, nice. Glad to hear. All right, on to the next story. This one's going to be a quick one. This is via Hollywood Reporter. Will Smith is back in the headlines, but this is for something positive, right? A couple years ago, we all know what happened. He slapped Chris Rock on the stage for making a joke about his, I guess we thought wife, but not wife because they were separated, but he still loved her. Very big confusion, but he slapped on one of his biggest nights of his career, him winning an Oscar, and it got him banned from the Oscars. A lot of people have been crapping on his name. A lot of people have been supporting him. He did like a small movie for Apple TV. It felt like he wasn't going to be able to do big movies, but Bad Boys 4 has come out. We're going to be talking about how well it's doing at the box office pretty soon. And yeah, the movie is doing really, really great. And he's already signed on or in the talks to sign on for his next film. So Will Smith is lining up his next feature. Following the career-reviving success of Bad Boys Ride or Die, Smith is in talks to star in Resistor for Sony Pictures. The Hollywood Reporter confirmed. The project that hails from escape artists is an adaptation of the 2014 novel Influx from New York Times bestselling author Daniel Suarez. Although specific plot details have not been shared, the book focuses on a government agency that locks away inventors in a secretive prison and hijack their work, which sounds really, really interesting because that is a theory that people say that happens in real life right now. Not in terms of locking them up, but kind of locking people in places, making them invent stuff, and then not giving them credit. We've seen that before, even like the iPhone. They're the real people who created the iPhone or other certain things are not given the credit. The guy who created Super Soaker had to sue and now has $75 million for that lawsuit because he created Super Soaker and never got credit. So things like that happen, but this looks like an extreme version, kind of a commentation on that. A director is not yet attached for the film, which is currently in development, which makes me feel like Will Smith will probably end up being a producer on this film and probably will bring on a director that he likes. But the screenwriter, Zach Okelwick, sorry if I messed up his name, who wrote Bullet Train, is penned the first draft, and the latest version is from Academy Award-nominated writer Eric Warren Singer, who wrote Top Gun Maverick and American Hustle, or at least he wrote on both those films. First of all, I really love Bullet Train. I really like the script of that film. I think the script was really, really strong. I really, really liked how all the different storylines were dope and kind of tied into each other and had this really clever twist towards the end that I really liked, and that was funny. Top Gun Maverick is written very, I won't say it's written very well, but it's written in a way that pleases general audiences. So that should help with such like a high concept here. I think that makes it a possibility for him to write in a way that more than general audiences like. And American Hustle is a movie that I really, really enjoyed a lot. I think it's very underrated. So I really would be excited to see these writers. These are some really, really great writers. If they can get a really strong director to do this, I think this could be a very, very interesting movie. Anything Will Smith's attached to, I'm really excited. He really misses. Obviously, he has like After Earth, and he also did what was the other movie he did that was kind of a miss? There's like another movie he did that was kind of a miss, but most of Will Smith movies I enjoy for the most part. He's my favorite actor, and I think he has a really great catalog of films. So if he's looking at the script, I think it's pretty really strong. I think depending on who the director this is, can do something like this, it could be really great. Suggest some actors in the comments down below and let me know who you think should direct a story like this, and are you excited for Will Smith's next film? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can notify my reviews, reactions, everything else. If you're live, stay tuned. Let's see what the live chat has to say. Okay. Popo Inside Out 2. With the amount of Netflix properties, I'm intrigued how it would play out. Yeah, because they have so many products. The Witcher is something I didn't even talk about. They have Orange is the New Black they could bring back. They have so many properties that are kind of iconic. They can do this, and they're going to continue to make more iconic stuff as they go. But I do think at first they probably should make it not permanent. It should be more of a pop-up situation. Why does Netflix make Taco Bell average movies? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Are you going to say like bad movies, like mediocre movies? They don't make the movies, they just buy them and put them on the streaming service. They're mediocre. Crip flicks. that doesn't sound like it'll do a good job. It's Agent J. Word. I'm seeing Inside Out too soon. I can't wait. I have waited almost 2 years since the movie was announced. I can't wait for Elio and Toy Story 5. I saw the trailer for Elio. It looks really, really fun. And I haven't seen Toy Story 4, so I got to see that first to see if I'm excited for Toy Story 5. Let's see. So I was going to stop the poll here. It says, would you go to Netflix house? 42% of you guys said yes. 42% of you guys said if they open more, and the other percent, which 14%, said it's too far. So there's some interest. Some people are interested in a Netflix pop-up shop, which is really interesting. And I would be too if they were closer. If I had the time, I would go to Philly to go check it out. Connect with Kenny Sparks. That would be fun. The next question is going to be, are you interested in Will Smith next film? Next film. Can you work with me? Fingers? Yes. No. See trailer. All right. Bad Boys 5 slaps hard. I think he said slaps. I blame Will Smith's wife as why he slapped. Oh yeah, of course. But that's a different conversation. Elio is going to be out of this galaxy. I hope so. Which Pixar movie are you looking forward to next, and why? Elio or Toy Story 5? I'm looking more towards Elio because it's more of an original idea. I'm down for more Will Smith. Me too. I think he's a great dynamic actor. I just want him to do dynamic roles. Elio, I love sci-fi, but also Toy Story 5. Netflix could license a lot of titles for physical, and unless the streaming bubble bursts, mostly collectors will buy, and they will still have a huge pool of people willing to subscribe. I agree. Like when I say that they're not going to do it, it's not because I don't agree. I would love them to have a physical media of Dark. I love that show. It's my favorite show ever. I would love to have that physical, but like movies like Hush, right? That's one of my favorite horror movies. It's now not on Netflix anymore. Never got a physical media release, and now I just can't watch it on streaming. Right? I have to find other ways to watch it that are not that great. So I wish they would release certain things on physical media, especially things that are popular. Like if it worked out really well, or even like as a limited series, just drop it. Will Smith is a Pixar movie. Okay. Andrew Stanton has made some great Pixar films. Nice. Zach, can you save this question until the end if you have a chance to check out America's Sniper Review and my Watchers Review? I'll check those out, man. Bullet Train is awesome. Yes, I agree. I was so excited to buy that steelbook. I love Bullet Train. Did you hear the untitled Pixar movie of 2026? The big issue here is that the movie is original, and 3 months after that movie Toy Story 5 releases, and it'll overshadow the original movie. What I think happens is like Pixar is going to only have the movies in for like 3 months anyway, so I don't think it's going to outshine it. I think it will create momentum where that movie comes out. If it does really well, most of the money will be in the first half of the film, like kind of like Inside Out is making so much money now, and then slowly will trickle. I think that's going to happen with that film. By the time Toy Story 5 comes out, it'll probably be on streaming or at least available to rent, and it'll create momentum for the brand if it's a good movie. Bullet Train, I really like. And the same with American Hustle, and the 4K is absolutely stunning. I need to get American Hustle on 4K. The original movie is rumored to be Pixar's first musical, Ducks. Interesting. Okay. I'll be interested to see what they do with a musical, something that's a little bit more Disney-like. Yeah, Will is definitely going to have a hand in choosing the director. Yep. Gemini Man, thank you. That was a miss. Yeah. He rarely misses. Just ask Chris Rock. Showmonger, man. This is why you got to go subscribe to Showmonger. He has those one-liners. Awesome. Bullet Train and Top Gun Maverick were great times at the theater, man. Yeah, both really good times. I have a funny story with Top Gun Maverick. I watched it, had a little great time. I don't love it as some people. Like people say it's so great. It was the best movie of the year. I didn't think it was that, but I thought it was great. So my mom saw all the hype and everybody talking about it. So I finally showed it to her. She was like, wait, that's what everyone's hyped about? I was like, damn. Okay. Zach, I'm gonna see Bike Riders this Friday. Nice. I actually have a company outing going, dinner and training thing I have to go Friday, so I'm probably not gonna go to get to see it. We're gonna be talking about the movies that are coming out this Friday and that I want to see. I'm not getting to see as much movies as I would want. My work schedule's killing me. Wild Wild West, yeah, I like Wild Wild West, so I don't agree with you on that one. Gemini Man, yeah. Suicide Squad, yeah, but that's a small number for a really long career. I agree. Personally, for me, I don't agree with and After Earth. But so Gemini Man, Suicide Squad, and After Earth. And I don't even really mind Suicide Squad like that. But Gemini Man and After Earth, no. Wild Wild West I like. But that's all opinion, Question. Pixar has to make one sequel. What do you go for? I would pick Lightyear 2 just because the story's unfinished. At least for Toy Story 1, maybe Stanton would direct it. I really like Lightyear a lot. I would love a sequel. But because it didn't do that well, I don't see it going the beginning of sequel. But let's see. It's possible. I actually like Wild Wild West. Me too. Okay, at least I'm not the only one. My mother's got buns for dinner. I believe she's making burgers. What is your favorite kind of burger? Ooh. So I had a burger at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was this American buffalo blue cheese burger. It was amazing. They don't have it on the menu anymore, which makes me very, very sad. But that was my favorite burger. I used to, every time I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, I would get it and get like a strawberry limeade. It was perfect with some cheese fries. Oh, I was in heaven. Do I have a funny thing for that? No, I don't got nothing funny for that. I was in heaven for that. Let's see. Where's the comment? Oh my god, I hate when it scrolls so far. Am I going? Oh no, I'm going the opposite direction I'm supposed to go. There we go. I was like wondering why there was so many comments. There we go. Will Smith is such a great musician. I agree too. I love his old school stuff. Yeah, come down to Philly. I'll show you the streets that made me. Oh my god, I got it out the mud so hard they call me Clayface. Hold on. This is specifically for Kenny Sparks.
Move this man.
Oh man, Kenny, are you listening to Beanie again? How would you feel about Toy Story 6? Let's see how 4 and 5 goes, because that seems like a lot. Look, Inside Out 2 did amazing, so sequels might be the answer for them. 3 months is a lot of time in theater these days, but that's how it should be. Yeah, at least 90 days. Give a movie, especially a big one. He said, T, maybe. He's listening to Beanie Siegel. I wish Netflix would make more Sandman. From what I remember, it had a good start. Sandman season 2 is coming. It just takes a lot of time for them to do the VFX. So I really liked season 1 a lot. So I'm excited for season 2. They did do a spinoff show called The Ghost Boys or Ghost Detector Boys or something like that. So check that out. They'll hold you over in between. I haven't checked it out yet. Heard it was good. Beanie, Mortal Kombat, and Zach News Live. Trouble. All trouble. Best theater experience I have ever had was for Toy Story 4. The hype was so real for me. Barbie, because it felt like an event, which everyone wearing pink, and Lightyear because I was so hyped. Okay, nice. Bright? I'm not sure what that means. Hey, Scottish Geek Guy, what's up, man? This guy, I was just on his live stream. Like, I was preparing for this live stream while watching his live stream and participating. I had a really great live stream talking about the movies that he saw in May, which was really, really good. It was fun. He has some hot takes in there. And he's also judging me for my hot takes, but he's awesome. After Earth was awful. That's what I hear. Yeah, Lightyear was pretty good. I enjoyed it, but Wild Wild West, nah. See? I knew he wasn't gonna like Wild Wild West. I also like Lightyear. Twinsies. Yeah, I actually like Wild Wild West. Also got to pick that movie up. See, okay. I'm not crazy. I remember watching that when I was like a teenager. Maybe I might not like Wild Wild West now. I got to check it out now. Let's see if it's still terrible. Egg burger is the greatest burger ever made. Ooh, where did you get that from? I got to check it out. I never had an egg burger. I had a peanut butter jelly burger once. Phenomenal. Ooh, I can't have, well, I mean, not go ooh, like that, but I can't have peanut butter. So maybe. Lightyear's great. Triplets. Hey, we're going to make a sequel instead of twin Step Brothers triplets. I saw After TJ Miller said, I saw After Earth when I was 12 and loved it. Feel like if I see it now at 24, I would hate it. Damn. First of all, TJ, you're so young. You're so young. The spot in Korea called the Country Kitchen made the best egg burger. Oh, okay. Hopefully one day I get to go to Korea. Laugh out loud. Wow, for real? Actually read the autobiography of Will Smith. Nice. I actually need to pick that up. I like Bright. It was solid and action. Oh, you talking about Bright? Oh, I like Bright a lot. I really wish we got a sequel. It got canceled because of that slap. I'm about to hit 2,000 subscribers on my channel. What? We gotta give this man a round of applause. Congratulations, man. That's huge. He said, I'll put it on my schedule. I'll make sure to see it before it's, oh my God, Return of the King. I almost forgot I had to watch that. I want a Woody movie where RDJ plays Woody. Ooh, okay. You mean like a live action one? It's the movie Will Smith was in. Thank you so much for the info. I'm excited to watch after you're live. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like Bright. I wish we got a sequel. I thought the world building was cool. I like the action. I like the story. I like the characters. A burger with bacon and blue cheese. Yes, please. Yeah, it was good. It was turkey. It was duck. It was duck bacon. Duck bacon. It was duck bacon. It was good. Hey Zach, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm going to be leaving live stream at 9:30. Okay. I don't know if that's 9:30 my time or 9:30 your time. If it's your time, see you later. I saw After Earth in theater and it was a guilty pleasure. Yeah, that's fair, man. Some other people hate movies. Some people don't like them. I saw Lightyear in theater 3 times, and I watched it 4 times on Disney Plus. It's the deleted scenes and other people's opinions that lowered my excitement about it. Yeah, I didn't see any reviews for Lightyear before I went to go see it. I just went to go see it because I was excited for it, and I really, really liked it. I thought it was great. Because somebody I follow on Instagram, YouTube is going live and talk about the first episode of House of Dragon. Oh, yeah, I know you have to go see that. You love House of Dragon. I saw Inside Out 2, and I loved it. I thought it was I thought it was good as the first. I agree. I gave it a high rating on my my review. T is on something Red Robin burger on egg on top. I don't have a Red Robin close to me. I gotta go find a place that has an egg burger. I'm gonna have to Google it. Let's go to Laser. It's party time. They'll do it. Bright is underrated. I agree. I actually like Bright as well. Nice. I mean, animated Woody movie. RDJ has a raspy, epic voice. I would love it to go very Western, see if a Bullseye and Woody ever made the jump. Ooh, yeah, it actually would be pretty cool. I think that's a good idea. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. The next topic. Where's my graphics at? Where are my graphics? Next topic is buy, rent, or sale. Is where we, as a community, watch trailers that came out today or at least within this week, and we say if we're going to buy, meaning we're going to watch it when it comes out in theaters on streaming. Rent, meaning that we're going to wait for reviews and maybe rent it or watch it on streaming if it's a theatrical film, or sell, meaning like get this out of my face, sell it. I don't want to watch this crap. It is bull crap. And at the end, we'll vote at the end to see which ones we like the most. So I see some comments. Let me look at the comments before I get into it. I have Red Robin here in Michigan. If you come to Michigan, Zach, we can go to Red Robin. Ooh, that sounds fun. It's time to pop bottles with Kenny. Reptile is kicking my ass right now. Oh boy. Lightyear was just okay for me. That's fair. We need a Rex movie. That'll be cool. Zach, when are you checking out Bike Riders? I promise not just old white guys on bikes. I wasn't scared about that, but I'm going to be checking out Bike Riders. Hopefully, if I get to, I'll see it Friday night late, if not on Saturday. A Woody movie, huh? That sounds cool, but what about Buzz Lightyear and Woody movie? Zurg teams with evil Dr. Porkchop. That sounds real fun. If I ever come to Michigan, Zach, if you ever come to Michigan, we can go to Red Robin's together and I'll even treat you. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Okay. Let me end the poll that we had before we go into the buy, rent, or sale. For some reason, the poll will not come up. I'll check it out when it eventually does. But, you know, I realized I missed the topic. I'll get to that at the end, though. I was like, wait, what's this video? I missed the topic. Okay, here we go. So the first trailer is going to be a Apple TV Plus film that is coming out starring, what's his name again? Matt Damon. It's called The Instigators, and Casey Affleck. I'm super excited to see what this is about. I'm a fan of Matt Damon. I think he chooses really good projects. He's not like the most incredible actor ever, but he does a really, really good job overall. Let's put this at 1080p. You see the difference when I switch it to 1080p? So it's going to be my trailer reaction for The Instigators. Let's see what happens.
It's your first job.
Let me know if you buy, rent, or sell this.
Rory, do you want to fix things with your son?
Ooh, I like this actress.
Couldn't look him in the eye. Mortgage, back child support. That's on me.
Rory, are you sure you've tried everything?
Not everything.
I got a once-in-a-lifetime squad. You're the Marine?
Yeah.
You the ex-con?
I know him from somewhere, but I don't know what.
Time, but you only got to cast aspersions at me, guys.
Go.
That's Casey Affleck.
No alcohol detected.
Hey, what?
Been about a week. The mayor's going to be holding a party on election night. And there's going to be money there, like none of you bums ever seen.
It's your first job.
I know what I'm doing.
A little late for a career change, ain't it? It'll be 60.
Quick question. If I'm giving instructions and they're not doing them,
Is that
just say,
I
have a gun.
Name?
What are you doing?
Taking
I don't know what
notes.
his name is.
Taking notes on a criminal conspiracy.
Who is that, Harlow?
Get down on the floor. Get on the
Oh, you know I'm getting old. I can't recollect names anymore.
Tie him up. You got like 6 zip ties, genius. I have a gun.
This is like gonna be funny. Oh, Doug
those
Lyman.
guys before the cops do,
Did he just do Roadhouse?
and put them down before they can talk.
I love the Born Identity.
He's after us.
And Mr. and Mrs.
I
Smith.
gotta speak to you. I really need you right now, Doc.
I would be breaking the law.
What if I took you hostage? I mean, like, you know, with your permission.
What kind of conversation is this?
You're gonna love him.
Rory, you are driving recklessly.
Oh yeah, you can see this is those Born Identity
Think
chase
about the
scenes. You
person
can
you
see
want it to be.
What kind of person do you want to be?
This is like, oh yeah,
You
this is
walk
probably
out
gonna be
with
in
me.
theaters, right?
But I'm their hostage. And they're a psychiatrist.
Woo!
paid.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, Walter Heiser. It's going to be streaming only? They put that bullcrap Napoleon in theaters, but they didn't put this? This is a buy. This looks great. This looks like real fun for me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but this is a buy for me. It looks fun. It looks funny. It looks like a classic movie that we haven't seen in a long time. I'm really excited for this. The Instigator. I'm going to check this out. Let me see what the comments are saying before I move on to the next one. Ooh, you guys are dropping in hot. I was scared. I was scared of that, Sully. He said Sully streams his bike riders better than wild hogs. No, he said, I wouldn't steer you wrong, T. Sully's in here. He said, yeah, I'll check out Bike Riders on Friday. Sully, Ken, and Zach, everyone is here. Nice. The Holy Trinity. Oh, movie with Matt Damon. I like him. Me too. Y'all have interesting places you live. This area is so boring. Where you at, Run with Scissors? Matt Damon is safely incredible. That is a perfect description of Matt Damon. He's very safe, but he's always good. The Maya is hosting a patty. Okay. Something shady going on in the movie trailer. Interesting. Yeah, definitely. Fenway Park now it's a Damon Affleck movie, baby. Yup. I only know Matt Damon from the meme when he turns old. What? Bye. Zach, what are you doing for tomorrow for Juneteenth? I am going to be working because my job did not close because they're pieces of crap. Poor Doug Lyman. Are they trolling him? I know, like, really, just give him theatrical releases, man. This movie looks great. I thought I heard that Apple TV lost a lot of money releases movies like Killer Flower Moon, Napoleon, Argyle, but they did do very well in streaming thanks to theatrical release. Yeah, so like I think that's the thing. I think that, but those movies cost so much money. This movie doesn't look like it costs as much as those. So I don't know. Matt Damon is upper echelon of serviceable. Yeah, that is hilarious. But yeah, it's true. So yeah, I feel like most people are like, this is cool or buy for the most part. The next one is coming out. It's a movie, an indie movie that I heard some things about. I think Daniel Radcliffe himself is in it. And I'm really excited. It's called A Real Pain. This is coming from Searchlight, which, always do solid movies. Yeah, before and after Disney bought them. Let's check what I got. Real Pain teaser trailer.
We stay moving, we stay light, we stay agile. The conductor's going to come through taking tickets. We tell him we're going to the bathroom. He gets to the back of the train. He's going to start heading towards the front looking for stragglers.
Sorry, we're the stragglers?
Yeah, but then he gets to the front, the train's going to be in the station and we're home free.
This is so fucking stupid. Tickets are probably like $12.
That's the principle of the thing. We shouldn't have to pay for train tickets in Poland. This is our country.
No, it's not. It was our country. They kicked us out because they thought we were cheap.
Wow. Oh, Jesse Eisenberg's directing it? Okay. This man plays the same character every movie except Sasquatch Sunset. Jesse Eisenberg, and this is one of the McCullens, Kieran and McCullen. Yeah. Oh, not McCullen, Culkin.
What the flying fuck?
I'm so
Why
sorry.
did you do that?
You're like red.
Yeah, because you fucking slapped me in the face.
Everybody can get slapped in the face. Oh, this is a teaser trailer. This is okay. This is a rent for me. I need to see another trailer, like a full trailer, see what the movie's actually about. This looks like a cut up pieces with like a weird music over it. Not really telling us the feel of the film, but it looks okay. He said, "Oh, it's the guy from Succession." Harry Potter himself. Yeah, I messed up. It's not Daniel Radcliffe. It's Kieran Culkin and Jesse Eisenberg. He said the movie looks like it's on crack. Yeah, I need another trailer before I decide. Yeah, it's like Kenny said, for me, it's rent. Right now, it's a rent. It could be a buy. It looks like it could be good, but right now, for me, it's a rent. Next up is an indie film coming out July 26th, which I think is next week. It's called The Beast Within, starring Kit Harington. Let's see what this one. This is another small movie. I'm really interested. I randomly went on this.
These woods. They're my woods.
Okay. I like Kit Harington. I think he's a solid actor.
I'm king of these woods.
Oh.
King.
Why does he sound like
king of these woods?
Caesar?
Pronounce me princess.
Oh, that's Something bad's about to happen.
Dad?
Oh God.
Mama? Yes, we are.
What's going on?
Where are you always going?
I heard you last night. You need to take Willow away.
Are we safe? I would never let anything hurt you.
You don't sound like you have much control.
He is your father.
Oh.
I didn't want this. This cursed.
It gets harder to
you
control
cursed?
the rage.
This can't go on.
He's gonna tear that child to pieces. Believe in me.
It's him.
It's okay.
Oh.
Don't be scared. I am a monster. Get inside.
What I like is that this trailer is long, but it's not.
He loves us.
Oh God! Wait, not the whole movie. Ooh.
Kneel before your king.
You know what? It's kind of a buy for me right now. It's kind of a buy for me right now. I'm not gonna lie. That looks really dope. I like it. We haven't had a werewolf movie in a long time. This looks like a folklore kind of movie. I think this looks really, really dope. I'm really, really interested in seeing the performance he has. Let's see how good the werewolf looks. The little girl, I feel like I've seen her in other movies. She looks like she is really good in the movies that I've seen her in. And I'm really excited to see her performance here because it looks like most of the movie is going to be through her eyes, and it looks like it's going to be properly creepy. This hopefully it's not like a really good cut trailer, and then the movie is not that scary. But this looks really solid. I love a good horror film. I love a good horror film that takes a concept that we've seen a ton of times and do something a little new with it. So that's my trailer's reaction of The Beast Within. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about it. Let's see what you guys got to say. Yeah, I don't watch a ton of smaller movies. That's fair. Not a great trailer, but I've heard it's solid. Okay, now you're talking about the other film, that The Real Pain. Okay. Rent for that. Okay, North Dakota. I can't even touch my wildlife here legally. I'm not creepy like that, but I want to help. Sometimes pick up a snake, name it, and then wish you luck. That's so sweet. Buy, but on discount. Okay. Jon Snow. Yep, Jon Snow. You see the trailer for the new Hermanson short film? Are you talking about our boy you talking about our boy Dark Movies? You talking about our boy Dark Movies? You know what? Thank you for talking about that. I'm actually gonna pull that up. Sound way too scary for me. I know you're not really hype about scary movies. See somebody done summon something. Stop summoning shit. Like the movie says bye. Nice. The movie comes out July 26th. This movie's gonna make more than Deadpool Wolverine. You're funny. Ha, hilarious. He sounds like a monster. Yeah, the way he's talking about. He said, nah, shoot that monster. Heavy on the buy. Yeah, man. Rent because most horror movies nowadays suck. Really? What horror movies are you watching? I've seen a lot of good ones. He said, yeah, I'm into that. Nice. Anyone excited for The Acolyte tonight? I haven't watched past the first episode, so not really. For sure, watch. Maybe buy. Okay. So I got my Star Wars Oreos ready. 80s kids, you are awesome. Did you see the trailer for Smile 2? Well, sir, if you didn't rush ahead of me, that's up next. I'm just joking with you, collective movie, man. You are awesome, 80 kid. Sure am. Nope, I've heard really bad things about it. Okay. My friends with the monsters in the side of my bed. Oh, God. The Beast Within is a lame title. Okay. It sounds kind of generic. I don't want to call it lame, but it's kind of generic. I'm looking forward to Acolyte. Nice, nice, nice. So, like someone talked about, the last trailer for the day is actually going to be the biggest trailer that dropped today, and that's going to be a trailer for Smile 2. I'm a really big fan of the first Smile. I thought it was awesome. I had a really great time with that film. It's not like the best horror movie ever, But in terms of like that feel like that Blumhouse film kind of feel, I think is one of the better ones. And this one is starring Naomi Scott and it looks like Lucas Cage. Naomi Scott was in Power Rangers. She was in the live action adaptation of Aladdin. Lucas Cage has been on a lot of TV shows, but I noticed that he's going to be in a lot of movies now, which I think he has the talent to do a really good job, especially as like a charismatic asshole. I think he plays that really well. So let's check out the official teaser trailer for Smile 2. Ugh. Creepy, 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 creepy already. Oh, that was dope. I like that opening with the logo. Did they lighten Naomi's skin? Because I could have swore she was a little bit more tanner and brown than this. Hey. Do what you gotta do for the paycheck, I guess. I don't really get to see her a lot. She also was in that Charlie's Angels remake. She's very gorgeous in this one. Oh, God.
Sky! What? No, 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 get away from me!
What? What is it?
Get away from me!
Louis?
Uh-oh. And now she saw him smile. So he's probably going to kill himself. Oh, yeah. Oh! Yeah. Zing.
Something really crazy is happening to me. I keep seeing this face everywhere.
Oh.
You witnessed a death. Now it's latched onto you.
Stop smiling at me!
Whoa. Oh. Yeah, he dead. He red dead. Ooh, look at that blood streak. It looks like a smile. That's dope.
That's a pretty cool shirt you got.
Oh.
Want me to sign it?
Oh. This looks like they're expanding the lore and adding more to it. This looks like some stuff that they wanted to do in the first one, but couldn't. And they're like expanding the lore on it. I'm down. I really like the first one. And I was hoping that, but I was hoping that the character from the first one come here, but the end of Smile, I don't think she can. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they expand on this. Is this before the first Smile? Is it going to be after the first Smile? Most likely because they call it Smile 2. It's going to be after the first Smile. But I'm really excited for them to expand on this legend, this thing, and see how it works and what they add and the scares they do. It looks really, really good. I'm feeling real strong about Smile 2. Let me know in the comments below if you buy, rent, or sell Smile, meaning that you're going to go check it out in theaters, or buy, rent, because you're going to be like, I'm not really excited for it. Or you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sell this crap. I don't want to see this. Let's see, new poll. Which is the best trailer? Oh, we got 4 options: Smile 2, Beast Within, Real Pain, and what was this called? The Instigators. The Instigators. I think these are some really strong trailers. Mine is maybe like 1. See what you guys got to say. They're trying to say Legends Star Wars aren't important. Well, I remember them saying that Legends Star Wars is not canon. So I don't know. I could have swore I heard that a long time ago. I get along with the voices in my head. Okay, Randy Orton. Oh, Smile is fun. Yeah, Smile was fun. I say Naomi Scott would be good actress for Gunn's Wonder Woman. Ooh, I think that would be a strong pick. Covering your eyes? Yeah, I know you don't like scary movies. I definitely like Smile. The first one I got in the Paramount Scares volume. Nice. You're trying to save one. Stop holding your breath. You're trying to save me. Stop. What? Okay. Box set. Say cheese. Bye. Does anyone know when Inside Out 2 Funko Pops are available? I haven't actually heard about that. I'm interested. I think they might be available now because I saw them giving it away on some talk show. I'm interested. Bye. The guy that died from the car in the title card was the guy from the first movie. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the same person. So I didn't realize it was the same person. If you didn't tell me that, I wouldn't have known that was a spoiler. I'll definitely rewatch the first Smile before the new one. I'll definitely try to do a watch along. Shang Tsung is kicking my ass. Oh boy. Mortal Kombat 1. It seems like everybody's giving you troubles on there. Most trailers today spoil everything today. Sigh. I feel like this one was pretty solid. I don't think it spoiled much. Roman Scissors says rent, so he's not running to the theaters for it. Legend Star Wars hasn't been canon for over 10 years. Yeah, Legend Star Wars is not canon. That's what I heard that a long time ago. I never even read it or anything like that. So there was one story that I wanted to do that I forgot to do before. So before I get down to like the breakdown and everything, I didn't mean to close that before I did that. Good job. I just wanted to talk about this, and it includes a video. If I am not a dummy, and there we go. So yeah, we've been getting a lot of old school films coming back, like Top Gun getting a sequel. That was great. Bad Boys coming back with Ride or Die and also For Life, and really working out. And a lot of older movies. We getting Beverly Hills Cop coming back as well. So a lot of people have been wondering with Lethal Weapon and Rush Hour. So Lethal Weapon 5 is officially underway. It's been announced like a couple years ago. The director was going to be Richard Donner, but he died in 2021. And now Mel Gibson has an announcement about who's going to be directing it and where the script is coming from. So I'm excited to share this with you guys. It's only a minute, so it's not a long video.
I'm going to direct the fifth film in the Lethal Weapon series. And you know, Richard Donner, who did the other four, sadly passed away. And he's a good friend, and he kind of tasked me with carrying the flag home on that one. So I find it'll be an honor for me to do that, and we're trying to keep it. He had gone a fair way into the screenplay, so we've used what was there, and we kept kind of poking at it and working it. I'm pretty happy with it. It's good. I had a lot of fun doing it. So
you were saying in the meet and greet earlier that you've been working on the script and you're really happy with it, and you think there's a lot of funny bits, and you're very confident it's going to do. Yeah, big. I think it's going to be huge when it's announced.
It's funny, but it's pretty serious too. It's like it tackles a couple of hard issues. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so he was on the Inspire Me podcast. A lot of people have been wondering what's going on with Lethal Weapon. Who's directing it? Who's writing? Are the stars coming back? The stars announced that they were coming back a while ago, so that's definitely happening with both of them coming back. Mel Gibson is an accomplished director. He's write and direct a couple different films that people like Hacksaw Ridge, Passion of Christ. The question is, who is going to be distributing this film? So, like Mel Gibson, because of his views on Jewish people, has not been in a lot of Hollywood stuff. He's been attached to a lot of projects. A lot of them hasn't come out yet. And I think because of his controversial views that he's had and kind of like the hate messages that people say he said, he hasn't been able to get a lot of stuff off the ground other than the stuff he's done with Mark Wahlberg, who's also on thin ice with certain things that he's done in his past. So I'm very interested to see if he gets us off the ground and also who's going to distribute the film. Right, because I grew up on Lethal Weapon. I love the 4 films, and I think that it would be great to have a 5th one to kind of close it out and everything like that. But at the same time, since Mel Gibson has this checkered past, it's been announced 2 years ago. Now we're saying he's going to direct it. It feels like this might be something that might not happen, or it might end up going straight to streaming. I can see go straight to streaming because no one wants to give a theatrical release because of Mel Gibson's past. What do you guys think? Do you think this movie is going to get a theatrical release? Do you think it's going to happen at all? What do you think is going to happen with with this movie? Because I know somebody's talking about he's supposed to be doing Passion of Christ 2. He's supposed to be doing this, which is supposed to, I think, come first. And he has other couple projects that has been announced. But you can announce projects all day, but if no one wants to distribute them or help write them or whatever, then that will be the issue. So I'll be very, very interested to see what's going to happen. I love the Lethal Weapon franchise, but also at the same time, I don't want it to be a thing with, him and Danny Glover are pretty old, and I'm scared that's going to be a thing where they can't move the right, and it might look like a joke compared to what we've seen before. So I'm really, really interested. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Mel Gibson directing Lethal Weapon 5? Do you think this will get a theatrical release because of Mel Gibson passed, or will it go to streaming, or will it be, come out at all? Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell to notify you, views, reactions, live discussions, all those things. If you're live, stick with me. We still have more show to go. Let me see what you guys got to say. So, oops. Legends has never been canon according to George. There you go. It's like a multiverse part where it's like the Marvel and in DC when they do the multiverse stuff where it's not canon to the main timeline, but it's like, Hey, Zach, after the live stream, I want to show you one of the Funko Pops I pre-ordered. It's pretty dang cool. I'm getting it in September. It's the 80th anniversary of Batman. Nice. That's dope. Yeah, we're getting more information about Lethal Weapon 5. I love the Lethal Weapon trilogy. Heavy pass on Mel Gibson and Lethal Weapon. Yeah, I know a lot of people probably feel like that as well. Richard Donner, he directed one of my favorite movies, The Goonies. I actually haven't seen The Goonies. I need to check that out. I think the only movie that I've seen that Richard Donner, I've seen the Lethal Weapon movies, didn't even know he was the one that directed it, and I've seen the Superman movies that he directed. I like Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 4. One of my favorite buddy cop franchises. Mel Gibson's a fantastic director. That being said, pass. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like, yeah, love the franchise. He's a really great director, but because of the things that he said, I think a lot of people are going to pass on this. Yeah, I heard the Passion of Christ 2 is directed by him actually got delayed to 2025. The movie's supposed to take place 3 days after Jesus' death. So we'll see how that works. I can see the people who made Sound of Freedom backing that film, maybe. But I don't know who's going to distribute that film. I would be pissed off if it gets just a streaming release. I don't think the movie will happen. It's really good chance that the movie doesn't happen. Mr. Anti-Idiotic. I really want Kitty Pryde to be Tom Holland Spidey's new girlfriend in MCU. That'd be really interesting. I don't see them skipping over MJ, or maybe even like a classical girlfriend like Gwen, or even like Black Cat Felicia Hardy. But it can happen if they want to introduce an X-Men before the X-Men movie, because I heard that they want to pop them in other places. That'd be a cool way to introduce Kitty Pryde. And for him to have a girlfriend that has powers too. But then again, some Legends was great. Others, not so much. Well, that's everything with every franchise, right? Not all Star Wars is great. Hey, Caladelli, what's up, man? How are you doing? He says, and they get some of the original people back from the fourth movie. Mel Gibson's wife, who was in the fourth movie, and also they have got to get Chris Rock back. We'll see. We'll see if we get all these people back. Danny Glover's character is going to be way, way, way too old for this one. Mel Gibson is really creepy and gross. Oof. Damn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the one part. It's like, is this movie going to get made? Is this going to, if it get made, who's going to produce it? And then also, like, Danny Glover is really, really old. Can he move? Are they going to bring younger people in to kind of help with that? Hopefully. And then Mel Gibson has a lot of issues, So I need to see Goonies too. Me too. They seen what Bad Boys did. They like, yeah, but put that Lethal Weapon out. Let's see if it gets made. I can see Rush Hour, the new Rush Hour, coming out before this comes out. The Superman, the movie is legendary. Pitch Me and try to make funny, only it was not funny. Pitch Me, that's their thing. They make fun of stuff. I love that. She forgot about Peter. That's not gonna last. Eventually she's gonna remember him. That was like a face she had, like, oh, he looks familiar. Passion of Christ did so well before, and no one touched it. This time they're gonna want to get in on it. But the problem is Mel Gibson directing it. And the other person they need to get back for Lethal Weapon trilogy is Joe Pesci. Yeah. Once again, a lot of older men. I don't know if it's gonna do great. Introduce Firestar from Amazing Friends in Spider-Man 4. Nice. I don't know if they're gonna do that far. I think they want a more grounded. With our hero, they want a more grounded Spider-Man story for the next one. So I don't know if they're gonna do something like Firestar. Donner's did Omen movies. I do like Maverick a lot. Good Mel Gibson flick. Okay, I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen the original Omen films, only this new one that just came out. by finally beat Shang Tsung. Damn, man. I'm happy that you're getting through it. Did you think D23 that Blade will be canceled? No, I don't think it'll be canceled. I think they'll figure it out. Chris Rock will come back as Butters. I can see that. Never seen Goonies, but have seen Boys in the Hood. Why did you? I don't understand the correlation between Goonies and Boys in the Hood, but I have seen Boys in the Hood. Great film. Spider-Man 4 titles should be Spider-Man Homewrecker. That'll be hilarious. Does anyone like the movie Chicken Run? I actually watched the first Chicken Run recently, and I really love that movie. It was so good. I haven't watched the new sequel that is on streaming now. Okay, let's get into the next topic, and that is going to be Attack of the Box Office. Really excited to talk to you guys about what's going on with the movies, the big news stories that are coming out of movies this week, or this weekend that passed, and all the narratives and everything that came out. And let's talk about the number one movie of the weekend, and that is Inside Out 2. So, Inside Out 2, the U.S. numbers and U.S. money it took in was $154 million. Probably the biggest opening of the year, one of the biggest openings that we've seen in a long time. This is, this used to be a regular back in the day, just a couple years ago, just 5 years ago in 2019. But now this is rare. And internationally, it took in $157 million. And with it getting a cinema score, a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 96 audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, I think this movie is going to have a long staying power in terms of people going back. I've seen a lot of people who don't go to the movies often tell me, yo, Inside Out 2 was great. And they went to go check out the film. So it brought a lot of people who don't go to the movies to go check it out. The narratives, the things that you want to talk about with Inside Out 2 being the number one film of the weekend is that it's the biggest Father's Day weekend open ever. Like, this is the biggest one ever of the holiday weekend. And this is the second biggest animated movie opening ever as well. I think it surpassed Frozen 2, which is interesting. It went past, it's the biggest Pixar Disney film as well. And it also surpassed Super Mario Brothers. That's the second biggest animated open as well. And I think the biggest thing here is that people want to see Pixar movies in theaters. A big thing that was happening before is that Disney was not releasing Pixar films in theaters, and it felt like it was diluting the brand. The last one we got was Lightyear, but because of other reasons other than the film, that, certain things that happened in the film, that one didn't do that great in the box office. Also, the pandemic was going on. But films like Luca, Onward, Soul, oh my God, what's the movie with the girl growing up? Oh my God, Turning Red. I feel like there's something else I'm missing. But these movies went straight to streaming, and I think this really hurt the brand for Pixar, where people were starting to think that it was, you watch Pixar movies on streaming. That's the type of films that they have. So for them to go back to the well, do Inside Out 2, and it's not like a money thing. Like, they didn't just do like a cheap sequel. They did something that actually progressed the story and was really meaningful. It was something that could talk to all ages. I think that this was a really big hit for not only Disney, which needed it, and Pixar, which definitely needed it, but just general audiences, getting them back into the summer movie groove. I wish there was another big movie coming out this weekend, but I think people will go check out Inside Out 2. This might get people to go check out Kingdom Planet Apes, Bad Boys, which we're going to be talking about, and other films that came out in the past that people didn't get to see. So those are the big narratives. I think this is big for the director of Inside Out 2 as well, because this is his or her first directorial debut. Like, this is the first movie that they directed, or at least the first animated movie they directed. So that's really big. So if we get Inside Out 3, they probably will bring that person back. And this is great for all the voice cast as well, because they replaced some major voices like Mindy Kaling and the guy who from Barry. They replaced those voice actors, and the people still came in and watched. They got some traditional voice actors, which I think they need to do more of. They're doing this whole thing where they get movie stars in these movies, and they're leaving out traditional voice actors who are great. So I think this is big for a lot of different reasons, but I'm really, really happy for this film because it deserves it. And it's just a great, great movie. Talking about the rest of the top 10, right? This is from 2 to 10. Bad Boys Ride or Die made $33 million this weekend, which is not bad, and only had a 40% drop, which is really, really strong for a blockbuster kind of film. The movie budget was like $168 million. It's already made back its budget and more because internationally it made a lot of money. It's well over $100 million in total, and 33 million adds on to it, and only 40% drop because it has really good word of mouth. And I think the Bad Boys franchise is going to have long staying power until I think Deadpool. I think this and Deadpool are going to have long staying. I mean, this and Inside Out 2 will have long staying power until Deadpool and Wolverine comes out. There's not really nothing. Oh, well, there's Quiet Place Day 1. So maybe when that comes out, this will start dropping out as well. Kingdom of the Planet Apes did what came from, I think, from 5th place to 3rd place because it actually had a 2% increase instead of a drop. So it made $5 million this weekend. I think people are starting to go check it out. I think Inside Out 2 really probably helped this movie go to the cinema. And people go, oh, let's go check out Kingdom of the Planet Apes as well. So it actually lost theaters, but actually had a 2% increase because people went to go check the film out. Which is really, really dope for that film. I love the movie, so I'm happy that it has some staying power and doing well because I think you can rent the film already. Garfield dropped down from 3 to 4. It made $4 million. It dropped 52%. It doesn't have really great word of mouth, but the movie cost $60 million. It already made $78 million, and that's just domestic. And I think that it made a lot of money overseas. So this movie is a hit. In terms of like, it's not a massive runaway hit because it's divisive on how people like the film, but in terms of like box office, it did really, really well, and it gives a great chance for them to do a Garfield 2, and they probably will just have to like improve the things that people didn't like in the first one. If made $3 million, it had a 54% drop. It made $100 million worldwide. This is not. It's like cracking even. I think the movie cost $100 million, and with it dropping 54%, drop it down the box office, and not having the most amazing word of mouth is very, very mixed. I think this movie is going to end up being kind of like a flop, unless it has a resurgence like Elemental or some other films. But with it dropping 54%, and then these other movies coming out, with like Inside Out 2 being like a family-friendly film, Garfield also eating into some of its box office, I think this movie is going to end up being the first flop for John Krasinski, unfortunately. So we'll have to see what John Krasinski does next. I think he still has some cachet because of Quiet Place 1 and 2. But we'll see what happened. And then we're also getting the Quiet Place video game, which is really interesting. So that's going to be expanding. And I think we could get a Quiet Place show. I think they should definitely do that. Let's see what he does as his next project. Is he going to come back and direct Quiet Place 3? Is he going to do another original project? I think that he definitely should do more original projects, but hopefully he picks something that's more of a surefire thing to bring more people in. The Watchers brought in $3.5 million this weekend, had a 50% drop. It had a $30 million budget, and which is really high for a horror film, and only $13 million total domestically, and it's not making much worldwide. I think Ashana Night Shyamalan has a future as a director. I think maybe she needs to attach herself to more developed writers, because I heard that the film was directed really well, but the writing wasn't the best. Or the acting, the directing, and the look of the film was really great, but the writing wasn't the best. And it didn't attract a lot of people with the trailers, unfortunately, and a lot of people haven't been going, and it's not holding like other horror movies are holding, like we're going to talk about a little later on this list. So yeah, she definitely has. I think she will direct another movie, obviously with her father producing. He self-financed all his movies anyway, but she definitely needs to try to find a stronger writer, or just find another writer and not co-write, because maybe she's not the strongest writer, but a good director. Unfortunately, Furiosa's dropped to 7. It only made $2 million this weekend. It did only drop 37%, but with it only making $64 million domestic, it's not making a lot of money internationally. We could officially call this movie a flop. Unfortunately, I hate to say it. I love this film. I think it's one of the best films of the year, but the Mad Max brand is just showing that it's not super strong. If it does really well on digital and streaming, there might be a chance for Mad Max to continue, but maybe not theatrically, which is very, very sad, because these are very theatrical films. These are epics. But unfortunately, we might not be getting Wasteland for another 5, maybe 10 years, which is unfortunate, because George Miller is not a spring chicken, you know? So it's unfortunate this film's not doing well, but unfortunately wasn't marketed that great, and the Mad Max brand is not strong enough. And obviously, you know, Chris Hemsworth and Anya Taylor-Joy aren't movie stars. The Fall Guy, you know, 1.6 million, 36% drop. It's holding surprisingly because it's on digital. You can rent this film, but so the fact that it's holding so well is pretty good. But unfortunately, and this is one of the biggest budget making movies this year, but because of the budget it had, it's not doing the best, which is unfortunate. At number 9, The Strangest Chapter 1. I was talking about horror movies doing well. This movie has terrible reviews, audience and critics, but it's doing well. It's $33 million total domestic. It dropped 57%, so I think people are starting not to see it. But it only had like an $8 million budget or $10 million budget, or it was like $8 million budget. So it made way more than its budget already. So this is a hit. We'll see what happened with part 2 and 3 because those are already filmed, so they can't really change it. But yeah, Strangest Chapter 1 is doing good. And sadly, not sadly, but Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring is number 10. And it had a 73% drop. It's just sad because this is an old film and you would love to see new films in the top 10. But that is the state of the box office right now. It's very top heavy with the first 2 films, and the rest of it is kind of dwindling. And not a lot of people are checking out other films. But that's great for the Lord of the Rings brand. We have an anime movie coming out soon in theaters. And then we also have the Gollum movie that's going to be coming out either next year or the year after that. So that's really, really strong. Let me see what you guys got to say about this. Let me see. I never seen the Goonies either. I was never interested. Me neither. I wasn't really interested in it either for some reason. Don't let them fool you. They mess with Gibson. Donald Sterling about to have a team again. Racist cancelship sent last long. We're still waiting for Tiffany Stratton cancel. Oh wait, nothing. The Tiffany Stratton thing wasn't really that serious for her to get canceled. Let's not compare her to Donald Sterling. And I never heard anything about Donald Sterling owning a team again. Let me see your article about that because that's crazy. DM me that article. But let's see. I haven't seen Mel Gibson get anything off the ground. So let's see. Chicken Run makes me want to eat chicken nuggets more. Oh, God. Pixar has returned. They again, and then again, and they never left. Yeah, they keep making great movies. So I give it an A++. But seriously, what Pixar movie needs a sequel? All of them. Title Spider-Man 4. We're sorry about Maddie Webb. Soul was well crafted. I agree. Soul and Turner End were great. Soul helped cleanse my soul from Wonder Woman 84. I love Soul and Turning Red. That's hilarious. Mad Max was gonna make 100 more bucks. Bucks? I don't know what that means. Kind of curious as how Moana 2 will do. Reina, Encanto, Strange World, and Wish all flopped. I wonder how much Zootopia 2 and Frozen 3 and Frozen 4 will do. Well, Raya Last Dragon and Encanto was during the pandemic, and they were also on Disney Plus at the same time. So those are not great parameters. Strange World also was the same thing. Also got hit with controversy, but I heard it was an okay film anyway. So that's a little different. Moana has a big brand, so I think Moana 2 will do good, similar to what Frozen has a big brand. Kids will go see Frozen 3 and 4. Inside Out 2 better win the Oscars. I don't know what other animated movies are coming out. I got to see what else comes out, but right now it's the front runner. Moana 2 looks so great. I haven't seen Moana 1, so I don't know. It looks okay from the trailers. Bad Boys did great in week 2 despite Inside Out juggernaut. Yeah, it held really well. I know a lot of people who said they're going to go see it multiple times, so that's great. Disney is back in black. Well, I feel like The Watcher and The Strangers are the same movie when I see the titles. I can see that. It sounds similar, but they're very different movies. I was wondering what COPTA stood for. Yeah, the title was too long. I should have said that. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Zach, about to come for Randolph's spot in the box office segment. Let's go, Zach. Thank you for that. What's it called? I'm inspired to do it from her. So that's why I started doing it, because I really like her box office talk. Sorry, but I have to go early. You're awesome. Have a good night, Run with Scissors. Appreciate you. Salute Run with Scissors. If just broke even, all it's gonna have is some grocery money after this theatrical run is over. Yeah, it probably will make most of his money during digital. I liked Watchers. That ending was a miss though. Just keep going when it should have stopped. Okay. A lot of movies have that problem. Mad Max was has zero cultural currency. Yep. Encanto flopped. Yeah, it didn't do good at the box office because it was during the pandemic, but it did crazy on streaming. And speaking of streaming, good segue. Let's talk about iTunes and what the movies are doing good on rental. Speaking of If is the #1 film on iTunes right now being streamed. You could buy it for $19.99. Or no, actually, you can rent it for $19.99, buy it for $25. So the movie is the #1. It's doing good. I think it's going to make a lot of money on iTunes. It's probably going to stay in the top 10 for a long time. The Ministry of Angelic Warfare actually moved up, I think, because the rental price dropped down to 15. The buying price is, 10. The buying price is 15. Civil War dropped down. It's now the regular price, the regular rental price. Ghostbusters has been consistently in the top 10, so it's doing really, really great on rental. I think a lot of people just wanted to wait to rent this movie, and it also is on discount as well. The Fall Guys doing really great at full price, staying in the top 10. Roadhouse, which is on streaming, is in the top 10, which is really, really strong because you can just get that on Prime Video, and a lot of people have Prime Video, but you can purchase it on iTunes for $5. That makes sense. Kung Fu Panda continues to do really, really great, and it's been discounted. Godzilla X Kong continues to do great. You can't rent it anymore, but you can buy it. Doom Part 2 is starting to drop out of the top 10 now that it's on streaming. I think people are starting to check it out at Max instead. And Inside Out 1. I guess a lot of people wanted to catch up on Inside Out 1 for Inside Out 2. So that movie is doing really, really well in the top 10, which is great. What you would think people would just watch it on Disney Plus. A lot of people don't have streaming, so they're checking it out. Let's move on to the Nielsen's top 10. This is for the week of May 13th, 19th. They're always a couple of weeks behind. But Madam Web was the #1 film by far on Netflix when it debuted. I think this is the week that it debuted, doing really, really well. Mother of the Bride is another film that was a Netflix original that debuted that did really, really well. Upgrade, which I think was a Prime Video movie, is on Netflix. I guess ended up on no, I think it's Upgrade, the action movie. Doing okay. Shrek, The Judge, couple Moana, Super Mario Brothers movie, couple older movies charting and people watching. Unfrosted stayed in the top 10, but not a big hit. Idea of You is the only non-Netflix movie to do well. And unfortunately, Thelma the Unicorn, the animated movie that came out, not doing that great. A couple weeks out on Netflix. And speaking of Netflix, let's talk about what's hot right now. In the top 10, we have The Hitman, which I'm really, really, really happy that it's doing really well. It came from #2 and went to #1. Well, actually, no, it says 2 weeks in the top 10. It's doing and staying at #1, doing really well. Under Paris, which is a shark movie that I heard was pretty good. And I heard some people say it was bad. It's doing really well, and they're talking about doing a sequel. Wonder, which is an old movie, is doing good. Home as well is doing well. How to Rob a Bank, I heard, was really, really strong. It's #5. It dropped from 1 to 5. Super Mario Brothers movie, Crazy Rich Asians, Shrek, Lego Movie, and The Mysteries of Terracotta Warriors round out the top 10. So that is Attack of the Box Office. We broke down all of what's going on in theaters, streaming. Let's see what people say. Rest in peace, Bing Bong. Facts. Rest in peace, Bing Bong. Man, I was watching that movie. I was like, I'm not gonna cry, and then that happened, and I was like, yeah, Pixar got me. I watched Upgrade last week. It was so good. So you're one of those people that watched it and got it up there. I gotta watch it. It looks like a movie that looks really, really fun. I haven't got to check it out yet. Okay, let's get into the last topic of the night. And that is talk about what's coming out next. So we're gonna be breaking down what physical media is coming out, what are the new releases coming out in theaters, what's coming out in digital for you to watch on digital and streaming. So let's start with physical media first. I love me some physical media. This is from Blu-ray.com. Movie classic Chinatown and the Jakes, little 2-pack. It's going to be coming out on 4K. You can buy it. I think it's part of the Criterion collection. That's what it looks like, maybe. Yeah. RoboCop 2 on 4K. I think that's Shout Factory is going to be coming out. You can get that now. I might want to get that. That cover looks really dope. Bound, which is a movie I never heard from, but it's from 1996, also Criterion collection on 4K. The remake of the RoboCop, which I think is underrated, is going to be out on 4K as well. American Gigolo, old school classic film, going to be out on 4K. Karate Kid on 4K, and American Gigolo. I guess that's Steelbook. Yeah, it looks probably like a Steelbook. It's going to be also on 4K as well. These are the 4Ks that you can currently get right now on streaming. I'm going to end this poll here. That was asking before. I said, what is the best trailer that you guys watch? Smile 2 won by 57%. Beast Within actually got 42%, and the rest of the movies did get no votes, which I expected. Let's see. Next poll is, what physical media will you buy? RoboCop 2, Chinatown, American Gigolo. I don't know how to spell Gigolo properly. What else is up here? That was it. And Bound. What physical media will you buy if you are a collector? Let's talk about the releases that are going to be releasing on digital. So this is going to be from whenToStream.com. I say follow those guys on Twitter. That's how I usually find out about what's streaming, what's coming out on digital, so I can rent it and watch. And there's a lot of movies that are going to be on streaming that I actually want to watch. So I'm going to try to catch a lot of these. Probably watch one of them now. So if it's going to be available to rental, I wanted to check this movie out. I wasn't really interested in checking it out in theaters, so I will definitely try to give it some money with a rental. So that's going to be able to rent, and it's predicted to come out mid-July on Paramount Plus. So if you want to wait for streaming, mid-July will be the date. The Beast, which is a movie I was really, really excited to check out with one of my favorite actresses, Léa Seydoux. Is on rental right now. I'm probably going to rent it for $7. That's pretty cheap, but it'll be on streaming on the Criterion channel, which is a streaming service I don't have. So I definitely will rent it, and you guys can check it out as well. That is a $7 rental, which is cheap, and you can buy it for $20. I might want to get the physical copy of that. I Used to Be Funny, which is also starring one of my favorite actresses, Rachel Snow. Finally, it came out in theaters, but also simultaneously is also on streaming. I'm a really big fan of her. She's really, really good. And you can rent and buy that right now. The Handling of the Undead, which actually came out this Friday, but limited release, is also already on streaming for $7. I'll probably rent it and check it out. It's looking like it's going to be on streaming in September, October on Hulu, right in time for Halloween, which makes sense. We Grow Now, which I also wanted to check out, is also available to rent. It's going to be on Netflix in October, but you can rent it for low $6 now if you wanted to check that movie out. Ghostbusters is cheaper now. It looked like it's going to be on streaming July and early August. Challengers is also available to rent on $19.99. It's going to be July 29th. It's going to be on MGM Plus, one of my favorite movies of the year. And I just wanted to highlight certain movies that came out are going to come out this Friday. So let's talk about some notable releases. So a lot of people talked about it. Bike Riders is going to be coming out this Friday. This movie was supposed to come out last year, but Disney pushed it all the way to this year. I think that they wanted to be a awards contender, but the buzz was looking like didn't have a chance. So they decided to move it for the summer. Let's see if that was a good reason to do that. If you haven't heard of Bike Riders, the synopsis is: following the rise of Midwestern motorcycle club, the Vandals, seen through the lives of its members, the club evolves over the course of a decade from a gathering place for local outsiders into a more sinister gang, threatening the original group's unique way of life. This movie is going to be starring Jodie Comer, who I'm a fan of, Austin Butler, who I'm starting to become a fan of, Jeff Nichols, Michael Shannon, who's fantastic, Mike Face, who I think was just in Challengers, Boyd Holbrook, Norman Reedus, who I love, and Tom Hardy. So this has a really, really strong cast, and the box office predictions is that it's going to make between $8 to $15 million. I think that the max it will make is 8. I don't think it's going to make $15 million. For some reason. I think that with Bad Boys and Inside Out 2 and Kingdom Planet Apes and all those other movies kind of eating at the box office, I think that the most that I can hope to make is 8 million, which will probably get in the top 10. Maybe higher, actually. It probably will get in the top 5 because the box office is not that strong. Another big release that's coming out, which I think is really, really funny, is The Exorcism. And this is not the last Pope's exorcism. This is Exorcism. So apparently Russell Crowe signed up for 2 Exorcist movies. He signed up for this movie first and filmed it, but didn't know when it was going to come out. And then he did the Pope Exorcism, and he did that, and that came out first, and now this is coming out. So the synopsis for this movie is: a troubled actor begins to unravel while shooting a horror film. His estranged daughter wonders if he's slipping back into the past addictions or if there's something more sinister at play, which sounds very, very different from the Pope Exorcism. It actually sounds very, very interesting. So Chloe Bailey, who I didn't realize is in this film, Sam Worthington, David Hyde Pierce, Ryan Simpkins, Kevin Williamson, Bill Bach, Russell Crowe, obviously, and Adam Goldberg. This one is predicting between 7 and 10 mil. Once again, I haven't seen no trailers for this. I have seen no advertisements for this. So I think this one is going to probably make 7 million, probably even less, because I haven't heard anyone talk about it, and I haven't seen any trailers for this movie at all. Let's talk. Kinds of Kindness is going to be getting a limited release. This is the new Yorgos Lanthimos film. This guy who did Poor Things from last year. It's going to be getting a limited release this Friday, and I think the following Friday it will go wide. But if you're not interested in seeing Bike Riders or The Exorcist, you can definitely try to check this out if it's in your area. It says 3 stories revolve around a man who tries to take control of his own life, a policeman whose wife seems like a different person, and a woman who searches for someone with a special ability. This is starring Joe Alwyn, Mamadou Athie, Emma Stone, Margaret Qualley, Ed Guiney, Yorgos Lanthimos. I don't know if he's in the film, but I know he's directing. William Dafoe and Ethemis Philippou. A lot of great talent is in this trailer. It looks really crazy. After seeing Poor Things, I definitely want to check out this movie because it's probably going to be wild, and the trailer looks wild. The predictions for this one is probably $1 million. It's going to be limited. It might make even less than that because, you know, the advertisements haven't been super strong. Poor Things has been very divisive since it's come out on streaming. So I don't know if a lot of people are going to go run to see this, but I'm interested in checking it out. And a couple of other small movies that are notable that's releasing. Trigger Warnings, starring Jessica Alba, is going to be on Netflix. Fancy Dance, which I wanted to talk about, and this is Apple TV Plus movie, is going to be on theaters and is going to be streaming the following week. But this is starring Lily Gladstone. It's her new movie. If you want to support her, that'll be coming out on Friday. And then a new A24 film called Janet Planet that sounds really trippy will also be coming out this Friday. And I heard it's really, really solid. So those are all the releases that I wanted to highlight that's coming out this Friday. Let me know in the comments down below if you're excited to check any of these out. Let me see what you guys got to say. Hitman is in my Letterboxd top 10. Nice. Where is Hitman in my Letterboxd? Let's see. Where is Hitman? Hitman is in my top 15. Upgrade is dope. Nice. I gotta check that out. CC, what's up, man? How are you doing? Actually, this is the Q&A section. I'll probably do this like 10 minutes and then head out. What's up, CC? How you doing? The releases for this weekend won't do well, I think. I don't think any of them are going to do super, super well because lack of advertisement. I think the 2 big movies that came out these last 2 weeks are going to eat up everything. And I think Bike Riders is probably going to eat up whatever else is out there, right? And obviously Garfield is going to continue to do decently. The Exorcism without the Pope. Yeah. But it's so funny that this movie is going to be completely different. So that leaves it to like, okay, that's cool. Too much heat from Inside Out 2. I agree. Too much heat. A lot of people want to check it out. That movie want to make 7 mil. Probably won't, but we'll see. That's the low end. I want to see Kinds of Kindness so bad. Me too. I'm super excited to check it out. Looks like it's going to be one of the most unique films of the year. Mr. Anti-Idiotic said, who would you cast as Kitty Pryde? Off the top of my head, Kitty Pryde probably, I was going to say Jenna Ortega, but no. Actually, the girl that's in Wednesday, who plays her roommate, off the top of my head, could play a good Kitty Pryde. Emma Myers, I think, would be a great Kitty Pryde, depending on how young they want to go. I think she could do a great job. I think Ella Perna from Fallout and Yellow Jackets could be a great Kitty Pryde as well. Trying to think who else. Because Kitty Pryde has to be sassy. and bubbly. It's just hard because you don't also want it to be too close to Jubilee. But I think those are the two off the top of my head that I think could be great Kitty Pryde. Did I start a poll? Yes, I did. Let me end the poll. So you guys said RoboCop 2 is the one that you guys are going to be buying. That's nice. That's dope. Ooh, Violet Bean is a really, really strong one. I like her a lot. And she doesn't really get a lot of roles. Chloe Grace Moretz would be strong as well. I don't know if she might be aging out of that role if they're going to go with a younger one. And Rowan Blanchard. I don't know who that is. Let me look her up. Never heard of her before. Or maybe I have, but not too sure who this is. Rowan Blanchard. Okay, I don't really know who this is. She's in... Oh, she was the girl from Girl Meets World. Okay, and Crush. I meant to watch that movie, but I never did. She was in Spy Kids. So she hasn't been in anything, and she was in the Snowpiercer show. So she's been in a lot of things that I meant to watch and never watched. But yeah, I can't say yay or nay to her casting because I don't really know her. But I think Violet Bean and Chloe Grace. I think Violet Bean might be too old to play her, but Chloe Grace Moretz might be able to pull it off because she still looks super young. And Rowan Blanchard, maybe it's a possibility. I gotta see what tone, how old they want to go with the character. I'm not 100% sure. One last poll before I go. How was the stream? Y'all probably ran away to go watch Acolyte. Great. Good. Hey, Dangerous Mix, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing, man? I'm wrapping up very soon, but you can ask me anything for the next like 5 minutes, and I will answer it. We did all the topics for the night already. How are you doing, man? What you eating? What you're watching or playing right now? What's going on with you? And what questions you got for me? How are you doing? See, let me close this out. Oh, and I guess I should cheap plug tomorrow night, I think at 10 Eastern, I'll be on Zach Milne's Talk Movies live stream, which I'm really excited. I haven't been on in a while, and I think me and him have a really fun time. So be on the lookout for that. If you're not subscribed to him, go check him out. I'm going to be on his live stream where he covers movie news and things like that as well. So I'm excited for that. I'm good playing Marvel Snap and relaxing after a long day at work. I understand that, man. Yeah, work could be really, really long, my guy, and you got to just relax and chill. After I came home from work, I had to like grab food. I had to go get something to send off a package, and then I just spent a couple hours planning this out. So I'm gonna relax after. Well, I'm not even gonna relax. I gotta download this and chop this up soon. So I might do it tomorrow. This is a good time for me to shout out my channel members. Hold on. This is in the way. Move. Okay. Kenny Sparks. I am 24P. Spoiler Kings. Annette Blood Rose. Basic Moose. Screens End Reviews. Have You Seen With T? 80s Kids from the 90s. And Collector Movie Man. I appreciate all you guys for supporting me on that level. Thank you so much. So I think everybody's running away to go watch Acolyte. I know that's probably coming out right now. You guys are into that. So I'm going to end the live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys was voting on the polls, that was commenting, having fun, making jokes, and having great discussions. This was really, really fun. I'll see you guys hopefully maybe next week, and especially this weekend because I'm going to be doing a review hopefully for bike riders. So I'll see you guys next time, hopefully. Thank you. And hopefully you all have a great night. Peace.